Hello guys, and welcome to another Orc Shorts. In this episode I'm going to talk about League of Legends in a few aspects. Mainly to do with the community, builds, and, well, bot games. I'm going to start off with your own builds and stuff. Now, I know what you're thinking, why on earth are you playing a bot game? Well, very simply, it'd be easier than playing a real game where everyone's shouting at you, because Trundle can't go mid. Now, what annoys me about it is, okay, I know champions are more suited to other lanes than others. I think Trundle's more of a top or bottom lane champ. I may play him at top. Thing is, one time I thought, I wanted to try out my build of Trundle in, mid. And it worked in a proper PvP game. I was up against Soraka, if I remember correctly, and I was a bit confused why she was there. But it went alright, and maybe it was because of that reason, I'm not too sure. I've never known Soraka to go mid. But yet people were saying, well, he can't go mid, and yet I did very well. Now, in my opinion, it's your game. You play the game how you like. And if you're going to build a champion a certain way, or going to build him like this or like that, or you're going to do this strategy, you should be allowed to. You shouldn't have to answer to anyone. And my Trundle build, which is what I'm doing here, very slowly might I add, it's not really aimed at armor or damage, but yeah, it's mainly based on attack speed, which for me works quite well. And this brings in my other point: if a build works for you, it may work for you, but it might not work for anyone else, and that's okay. There's no problem with that. If it works for you, that's good, because you're the one playing. No one else should have to moan or bitch or worry because of what you're doing. They should be focused on their lane and their characters and their support or who they're in lane with. So, that was one thing that's always annoyed me. And that leads into community, because the community of League of Legends can be very, very horrible. The names they call you, which, as they all say, sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. That's sometimes not the case. And, being horrible to people instead of trying to help them can often hinder a game instead of, well, help the game. Because it often means people leave, it often means people bugger off and won't return. And it annoys me because people act that way. And they shouldn't have to. And people shouldn't have to take that sort of abuse either. I certainly won't. Yeah, it's as they always say, you haven't got anything nice to say, don't say it at all. And that's something they should really think about in League of Legends. And I think in some cases people just get away with a lot of stuff after what they do and what they say. It's quite annoying, in my opinion. And I've been playing the game for quite a few months now, and really, I can imagine a lot of you watching this will be like, well, you should be used to it by now. But no, I shouldn't. I should not be used to it. I shouldn't be used to that sort of behaviour. Of people acting like 10-year-olds because, oh, you're in this lane, you shouldn't be there. Well, screw you. I choose where I want to be. I'm sorry it's coming off quite ranty, but it's something I've had on my mind for a very long time, and I think it needs addressing. It just... something I've wanted to say. And then that leads into bot games, where, for example, in bot games sometimes the behaviour is just pathetic. I've had a few people, for some odd reason just calling me a noob for something I'm not even doing wrong. Yet they can't even SS or help out or bugger off to another lane and leave me on my own if I'm playing top or bot. You know, and then you think, okay, so you can call me a noob, but you're doing that. Okay. And in bot games, when you get called noob, well, in a way, you're there to practice. You know, that's what I do. If I get a new champion, I use him or her or it in a bot game to get to know them and to practice. You know, I did it with Trundle, I did it with, let's have a think, Garen, Rumble, you know, there's just a few. And whenever we get a new champ, I always go practice. So as they say, practice makes perfect, and yes it does. And this is my last thing I'm gonna moan about. The fact people champion chase. Out of every mistake you can make in the book, that's one of the biggest ones, because you'll probably chase champions straight into a bunch of them who are thinking of ganking them or teaming up against one person, and then people bitch about it. Oh yeah, you had to 4v1 me because you couldn't take me on your own. Then why the hell are you giving them a situation to do that? You know, it's not rocket science. In my opinion, I think quite a few people in League of Legends need to smarten up. I mean, it's just stupid the way people act sometimes, and they really shouldn't. It's a game after all. You know, the same thing applies to all games. If they're a horror, if they're an action, if they're strategy, you're meant to have fun. That is the underlying theme of every game, to have fun. You know, take a break from life and just enjoy yourself. Not saying that you don't enjoy your life, I'm not into that at all. But yeah, that's the end of my orcish rant in this short episode. But remember, the key parts in any League of Legends game: don't chase champions, don't be rude to others, be nice to them, you know, help each other to learn and become better from the experience. And most importantly, have fun and do what you think is right. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you liked the video, please make sure to subscribe. I am New York, and I'm signing off. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.